What's going on, traders? Welcome back to another live stream. If you are new, my name is Zach. This is Real Deal Futures. Happy Monday, guys. Happy to be back with you for a nice full week of trading here. Excited for this one. Before we get started, make sure you read what's on the screen. Trading's risky. Most traders do lose money. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't provide financial advice. I'm just an idiot here on YouTube yapping about trading. Not a suggestion or recommendation to do anything. Entertainment purposes only. Do your own research. Make your own trading decisions. Read CFTC Rule 4.41 on simulated trading, which is what this is, even in funded prop firm accounts, and the affiliate and partnership disclaimer that says I stand to make money from links and codes in my content, like from Top 1 Futures and code RDF. Now that we got that out of the way, let's take a look at these charts here, man. Good morning, good morning. What's going on? Good evening, good morning, depending on where you are in the world. Let's see what we got rolling here. We have, bear with me 1 second, guys. I'm making sure this stream is set. Yeah, we look ready to roll. 2 seconds, guys, 2 seconds. Let me make sure this is rolling right. All right. We're looking good. We're on the charts. We're checking out MES here on my 3 Top 1 Futures, instant funded, 150Ks. I got them daisy chained together. We're going to get some copy trading in. Coming off a nice week last week. Quite a few wins on the live sessions, man. Some exciting stuff. See if we can't continue some of that progress this week. But, as always, we'll take our trades, take our wins, take our losses in stride, execute, and live to fight another day, man. Manage risk. So, looking at the daily real quick first with you guys, we've really been selling off. We came up, tested this 5,500 level, rejected really harshly, pulled back up, failed to get above this high, and we've since really just been selling off. We're opening up. We opened up gap down. We are pushing to the downside on this Easter Monday. Happy Easter, guys. Hope you all had a good weekend. But we're pushing the downside so far. It is Easter Monday, but as far as I'm aware, majority of banks are open. U.S. markets are open, but there are banks and stock markets across the world that are not open. So we could be in for a little bit of low volume, maybe a little bit of a muted day. But so far, just looking at the higher time frame, daily chart, open up to the downside, selling off, continuing this selling pressure from last week. We are down around, somewhat of a key level here, right? Right down around the 250s, the 5250s. That was an area that the tops of these daily wicks, when we were sitting down here, coming back and forth, pulling this crazy volatility, had come up and tested. It's the area that we tested as support as we were trying to push back up across this high, but we've, continued down to the downside. So higher time frame overall, obviously, we know we've been coming down, over the last couple weeks, months. We hit these lows and we tried to bounce really aggressively back up here in ES on the S&P, and we've since just continued to really sell back off from last week into this week. So dropping down to the 15-minute, I'm not going to go through my entire chart. If you guys have questions on levels, anything like that, anything on my chart, feel free to ask in the chat. I'll get to you guys. Good morning, good morning. What's up, Kim, Ralph, AD, Keith? What's up, what's up? Yeah, so looking at this on the 15, because I've really been trying to zoom out, and I've really been enjoying the 15. It's been helping me out. I'm running the 15-minute, 1 minute side by side. There's no magic to time frames, in my humble opinion. They're fractal. Just pick what works for you. 15 minutes, just a little bit more zoomed out, a little bit slower moving, gives me a little bit higher time frame structure and price action view, as well as volume. This is looking weak, right? We opened up gap down, pulled back up, overnight session. We've drifted lower. We've maintained our movement below VWAP. We got our overnight low here, opening up, opening up really to the downside here. From Friday's low. We do have Thursday's low right here that we're testing right here, right now. We broke below, pulled back up and tested. Here's our overnight low. This is pretty weak, man. I'm interested to see, do we get a pullback up towards, Friday's profile, right? Maybe volume point of control or even value area low. I think a pullback up is reasonable, even if we're going to continue lower on the day. I don't know that I'm going to jump in short on this, just drifting lower without any kind of pullback up to any area of high volume, but we may just break to the downside and start drifting lower. There are levels, a lot of levels of liquidity down below on Bookmap today. So, for all of those reasons, I'm looking short, right? Higher time frame view, middle time frame view, what happened for the overnight session, what's been happening day over day, week over week, where are we right here, right now at the open, right? Kind of all of that coming together utilizing the basic way that I utilize price action, market structure, and volume and order flow to say, I think we're probably going to head lower. It's just what it looks like because we're headed lower right now. We're headed lower in the overnight session through Asia, London. We opened up lower. I don't know that we find massive buyers here today and we bounce. I could certainly see a strong pullback up to one of these areas up here, right? Just an area of high volume. If I'm using yesterday's volume profile, which I do, we've got, we've got our area of high volume really sitting right here. Yesterday's or Friday's point of control. Prior week point of control and value area high way up here. It's because we've been selling off through the week. We got prior week value area low, but again, I'd be looking, back up to this area if we were going to pull back. But right now, it looks like we just want to sell off. So I'll have to watch. I'm not going to be the first seller here. Just 6 minutes into the open, that's not my play. Let's get the 1 minute and 15 minute loaded up now. Start to zoom back in. Yeah, not going to be the first seller. We did pull back up low time frame view. We did pull back up, try to test VWAP, and we are just selling off to the downside. Yeah, here we go. Breaking overnight low. We got some momentum. We got some volume here. This may start to break and run right here. I don't have a short, right? It's not like even like Friday where we pulled up really aggressively and I was comfortable getting short without too much. No, not even a test of VWAP from the overnight session. So I'm not going to take this short. I think we're likely to chop a little bit. Again, maybe pull back up to this 5,300 to 5,325 area before continuation of the downside. I am looking short on this for the day, but I got to wait for this to open up, kind of watch what happens. Again, it's Monday. We're post-holiday. Oh, man, I was saying Friday the whole time. I meant to say Thursday on all those. Yeah. Thursday and Wednesday was the price action I was looking at. Now I'm realizing there was nothing Friday. Thursday is what we were looking at there. So we're post-holiday. We've got some markets that are closed today, although U.S. markets are open, U.S. banks are open. We could see some chop today, so I'm a little bit cautious of that. But it looks very weak so far. Everything lining up to the downside. I just don't have an entry on this yet. I need to see some kind of a pullback up, test of VWAP, test of prior day low, or one of the volume levels that I have up there, and then a rejection to really look aggressively short on this. Otherwise, it's just a sell off the open based on us being below VWAP and kind of the structure for the week, which is just not my play. I find you get chopped too many times doing that. But so far, it looks like a move to the downside. I'll show you guys bookmap here in a minute, but we have liquidity all the way down through the 5200s. So I think this thing could start moving quickly. Again, little too quickly for me to get involved. Too fast. Not my entry. So I'd be waiting if we start to sell off and rip to the downside. I don't have an entry, right? I always read the comments. Oh man, the thing moved this far and you didn't jump in. Well, no, you don't catch every movement in the market, right? If you tried to, you would just be gambling. You wouldn't be trading with an edge. You would just be watching the market move and trying to jump in that direction. So it looks like we want to break, man. It looks like we want to break, but no pullback to any level and then looking for a rejection. I don't have a setup before that. So yeah, liquidity on bookmap all the way down through the 5200s looks pretty good. Not a whole lot to the upside, but we'll see what the market has for us today. Appreciate you guys hopping on. Welcome to the show. Appreciate you being on. Again, I'm trading top 1 futures accounts. You want to check that out. The link is pinned. I cannot be unbiased. I stand to make money. It's important to be transparent about that code RDF and link, all that good stuff. But really awesome opportunity. They have an awesome discount running. If you guys aren't aware, hop in their Discord. You can check out the discount. Check out the site first. You can check out that Discord and what they have running in there. Pretty sweet, man. Pretty sweet. I'll talk a little bit about that. And then I'll talk a little bit more about the giveaways that we got started up on these lives, man. Hyped to be running giveaways with you guys. But first and foremost, I'm going to look to get some trading in, man. It's Monday. I am looking to trade. It is Easter Monday, but markets are open. Markets moving. I'm interested to see where we go from here, man. Do we just blast to the downside? Open up, gap down, maintain below VWAP, and just no real significant pullback and we just rip everybody's face off to the downside, it happens, but it's definitely not my setup. Definitely not my setup. So we swept overnight low, pulled back up. Again, I am looking for a pretty aggressive pullback above VWAP and then a real strong rejection. That would give some real clear indication to the downside. From this level, I'm not looking long or short. It's just too aggressive to take an immediate breakout to the downside for me, for my strategy, right? I find when I backtest that, I get, chopped a million times because often there's so much volatility right at the open. So I like to let the market open up, but sometimes we do, move right off the open, kind of like what we're doing now. That's okay. That's okay, right? There's a whole trading day ahead. And I think a lot of guys forget that. As soon as they hop on the charts, it's like, market's moving, we got to jump into a trade. And you don't realize, like, we got a little bit of time. So let's watch what happens here. Sweep below overnight low. Continuation of the downside would really look bearish. Pull back up towards VWAP. Again, I'm still looking short. I'd be looking for, again, a test of VWAP, prior day low, prior day value area low, overnight high, anywhere, even way up there, and then a strong rejection. I'd be looking south on this. But for right now, I'm going to sit patient. I'm not looking to get involved in this right off the open. What's up? What's up? On InstaLink, I was not able to see the chat. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Watching this market open up to the downside, man. Let's see what we got. Let's see what this has for us here. Just checking a couple of things out here. Do we break and run? Yeah, man. Looks like we might. So I'll show you guys Bookmap. Let's take a look at Bookmap together. This is my favorite order flow tool. If you don't know, I'm also partnered with Bookmap. I like to partner with good companies what I think is a good company that I use. So I'm looking at liquidity to the downside here. This algorithmic stuff I don't pay too much attention to. I'm pretty zoomed out right now. But it looks like we want to come through this pretty quickly. I'm looking at a move to the downside to come and fill these 5233s. Talked a lot about Bookmap last week. If you guys want to learn more about it, feel free to check the live from Thursday of last week. But I think a quick move to fill these 5233s, sweeping right below lows of the session right here, is in store. Again, this is what I'm talking about. We do have liquidity down below all the way through the 5200s, down to the 5190s. I think if we start breaking pretty quickly, we might want to run to the downside on this. But again, it's just no pullback, no good way to structure risk, no sweep of any of the levels that I have. I just don't like to jump in short below all of that because I would anticipate a pullback. So for those reasons, I stay flat into an open like this. Although it does look weak, man. Looks like we just kind of want to drift lower. So in any event, if you want to check out Bookmap, I'll throw the link in the chat as well. You can get the best discounts on my favorite order flow tool, showing you live liquidity in the market. This is my link to check out Bookmap if you guys want to check that out. But yeah, this will be interesting to see if we just leave this here or if we come down and fill. We head to the downside. We do have plenty of levels to come down through all the way below the 5200s. Not too much screaming at me to the upside, at least for the next 100 points here on ES. If I zoom way out, I'll start to find some other stuff. But I'm looking at this short, but not to jump in on it right now. Now here we go, breaking overnight low. Again, we have liquidity right down here. Interested to see, do we find these buyers and just kind of start to pull back up, or are we going to follow this first 15-minute open, crack this 15-minute opening range low, and just break out? That's what it feels like. If you trade the orb, you're getting your setup coming up right here, right now, 9:45 a.m. But again, I'm not going to hop in short on this, guys. No pullback, why, right? No pullback up really at all through the overnight session to come and crack back above VWAP before we started this move to the downside. Got close here. A lot of volume in this area up here. I could see a really strong movement back up towards this area to take everybody out that was getting short overnight before continuation lower. But I think I may be zooming out too much on this, and we may just be ready to drift lower. If I had to take a trade right now, it's short down towards 5,200, but no good way to structure risk, right? I don't want to run it with a stop all the way up here. I just don't think this is a clean invalidation point. I think a test of this area is fine before a move lower. I don't want to run it right here for a little breakout lower. If I had to do anything, that's probably what I would do. Just anticipating this break the 52.33s, where we got quite a bit of liquidity, about 335 orders on the book before continuation lower. But I'm not going to grab any of that. Gonna wait, let the market do its thing, start to open up. We sell off really harshly, like I said. I'll be hanging out, watching the market move without a setup. I try not to get involved in every single movement just because the market's moving in a direction, or I think it's about to move in a direction. Got to have a way to structure risk, right? That's important. So there we go. Got some liquidities through that 52.33s right below this level. Not a big surprise, right? Sweeping overnight, sweeping this current session low. That was a quick movement to the downside there. Let's see. Ooh, looks like those orders actually got pulled. Looks like orders actually got pulled right before we came down into it. There was some other liquidity there. Quite a bit of volume, but not continuing really through it to the downside just yet. Kind of just bouncing right there. So let's see. Let's see what we get. We're going to sell off really harshly right through the open here. Kind of what it feels like. Not a good way to structure risk. No real clean invalidation point on this. Maybe we get some pullback and a harsh rejection to the downside. I may look to take that short. I'm not looking long on this. It's way too weak across every tool that I use to be looking long. I think it's a great opportunity if you wanted to really hold on for a larger move or back towards VWAP, real cheap trade, right? Because you got a clean way to structure risk, right, off the lows. But I think you're probably picking a bottom unless you have a clean level down here. So we'll hang out, we'll watch the market, wait for our setups patiently, man. At least that's what I do. That's what I try to do. But appreciate you guys hopping on. Ryan, what's up? Wolf, what's up? Smash the like button, smash subscribe. If you're new here, you want to chat for next time, I keep subscriber mode on. You gotta be subscribed for like 2 hours. Try to keep the trolls out. Everybody that hops on and has just crazy outbursts. Ooh, that's wiggly to the upside. Got some momentum coming right in there. Buyers wicking this thing back up, which is becoming all too common in these markets, right? Like I was on the right side of it last week a couple times, but these are interesting market movements, right? There's constant comments coming out from the administration, just geopolitical things. And they're really like headline markets. It's a good way to describe it, right? Headline comes out, somebody says something that's an important figure. Maybe it's someone in the Fed, and market reacts immediately. Whether or not you see follow through, whether or not you see that direction continue. Oftentimes we see a lot of volume like that, right? Out of nowhere, fairly large volume and fairly quick movement at a price. So immediate movement back up to the upside. Yeah, cracked 10 or so points in a split second. So we'll see what we get from here, man. Again, Monday, after holiday, Easter Monday, where some markets outside of the U.S. are closed, banks outside of the U.S. I'm not like dying to get involved and start putting risk on right off the open. I try not to do that off of any open. Let the market open up, start to show you its hand, right? And then try to flow with that. Oh, man. Appreciate you guys hopping on, though, man. We got more and more people hopping on these lives every day. It's awesome. I'm psyched. Psyched to be growing it here with you. I'm going to be live almost every damn day here. 100% free on YouTube. If you're new, you don't know me, you can check me out across socials. Hop in the free Discord. I don't claim to be the best trader in the world. I don't claim to have all the answers. I'm not on the leaderboards. I don't have all the massive payouts. But I think I know a thing or two. I do get paid out. Multiple payouts in a month this year, which was pretty sweet. Last month. But I'll show you what real trading looks like for me. Free every day, right? Wins, losses, run-ups and payouts and lost accounts, right? All part of this this prop trading business. So more than happy to show you what that looks like for me. I don't make any crazy claims. I don't have to, do that because I trade live here every day, right? You guys can just hop on or go back through, right? Because I leave them up. You can watch me trade the way that I interpret the market and say, I think that guy sucks. I don't really want to listen to him. That's cool. I make it easy for you. You don't have to get through a paywall or anything like that. You can watch me trade directly from my platform right here. Or not take a trade like I'm doing right now and decide for yourself, right? I think that makes it really easy. I also try to be really transparent about companies that I'm partnered with, like Top 1 Futures, like Bookmap, a handful of others. Anytime I'm talking about them, try to let you guys know if I can't be unbiased because I stand to make money. It's important to know. But past that, man, I am grateful for all you guys. Hyped to have you on here, trading live with me. See if we can't make some more progress in these accounts, man. And run some giveaways. Not just yet, but as promised, going to have giveaways every week on these lives. You got to be on the live session, like you're all right now. And how it'll work is I will drop a form, Google form. You have to fill it out. Name, email, some contact information, and I will announce a winner while we're on the live right here. Be doing some Top 1 Futures account giveaways, straight to funded account giveaways, man. Excited to get some of those out to you guys. Also talked about doing some small cash giveaways, man. If I can't get my hands on accounts, I'll be doing something for you guys. Have some fun. Everybody likes to give away, man. If trading live here with you free, showing you how I trade and do what I do and answer questions wasn't enough, I'll give you some accounts. Breaking to the downside, man. Continuing lower. Really aggressive wick back up, and then a continuation lower. Like this looks good for a short to the downside. Just not me. It's not my trade. It's not my setup. No pullback anywhere near VWAP, anywhere near the higher time frame areas of high volume. On this, even a pullback to like the 25s, the 52 55s. That's what I meant to say. 25s, 52 55s, like right up here where we had a lot of this consolidation. Maybe we get a wick like closer to VWAP, right? And then really aggressive selling pressure right back down to these lows. I'm on another day, right? With that type of structure, I'm looking at this short to the downside. It does give me a little bit cleaner invalidation point. This just isn't it for me. It does feel like, right? And gun to my head, I'm short on this with a stop right above this. Feels like we want to continue. This just isn't clean for me. It's not a spot where I want to take a loss. It's not a clean invalidation point. I would still be looking short past this point, so I don't want to be short for a breakout to the downside here. So for all those reasons, I'm just watching this market move. 9:54 a.m. Still got plenty of time, for this to start to develop in this day. I'm not sold on this immediate movement to the downside. I don't take that trade, every day. It's just not my setup. So if we just open up to the downside and sell right off, I'm probably going to watch it. I'm probably going to be watching it with you guys. So. Yeah, I appreciate your transparency. Trust goes a long way. Yeah, I think if everybody was just, more just transparent about like what's really going on, people could make their own decisions, right? That's easy to do. Hey, bro, how you trading the 150s on Top 1? Number of micros, trades per day on average. Any view on funded next? No view on funded next. I don't know if it's one of the new ones. There's a ton rolling out. I'm locked into to Top 1 Futures. Super bullish on them. I also trade with Top Step and Tradeify. You'll watch me trade with them as well. As far as answering all those questions, man, hop on these lives. Join me here. You'll watch it play out in real time, or check out some of the lives from last week. They're all up there. You could click through, kind of just take a look at my trades, how I'm structuring them, that type of stuff. rather than me try to go through an entire masterclass on it right here as we're watching the market. But you'll watch me put trades on and structure risk for sure, man. Yeah. It's going to be different for everybody, right? That's the other thing. I'm copy trading 3 of them right here. Everybody has a different risk tolerance. Everybody has different, average. Ooh, getting a little bit wicky to the downside here. Yeah, still selling off, still pushing lower. It's kind of this volatile movement. I got to be honest. Like, I'm interpreting this, right? And this is just my opinion. I don't really love the way these candles are printing, man. We get a breakout and then like immediate wick back up here on ES, micro ES. Like, it's a little bit dicey. It's just not usually what we see. Very, very slow movement and then rapid movement. I don't love that. It's more of an NQ type of candle print. But anyway, still watching the market sell out to the downside. Again, I'm not jumping in on this movement short. Didn't get the pullback that I was looking at. Breaking out to the downside. Still coming through liquidity. Like we said, still on the book, down through 5200s. We may start to sell off quickly. I don't have a setup on this. It's not a clean validation point for me personally. So I got to be stuck watching the market. That's part of trading. That's what I'll do. Yeah. But yeah, appreciate you guys hopping on, man. If you are not in Top 1 Futures Discord, if you're not paying attention to any of the stuff that's going on, they've got a hell of a deal running, which is only running until the end of the day. The 50% off is still going. You could use anybody's code for that, but Discord specific code Discord, all caps, no spaces, also gets you the anytime payouts add-on with the 50%. So you can hit the link in the top of the chat, check it out, go to checkout on any account. Straight to funded, and you will get the anytime payouts option added free with the code Discord. If you use my link, you still help me out. For this one, it is specific code. Just that one is going to help because it's specific to their Discord. So if you want to check that out, link is in the chat, pinned to the chat. If you don't know Top 1 Futures, check everything out that's been coming out about them. I won't yap too much as we're watching this sell off. Nice short off the 21 EMA, 2 minute. Nice, man. Nice. Yeah, still watching liquidity down below. Building to the downside. More and more keep stacking up on the book. We got buy orders that continue to come on and get filled. That looks like what we're seeing here. There we go. More of it getting filled. A lot of volume to the downside, man. Decent amount of volume to the downside. Is interesting. Slow grind to the downside on the 1 minute. Yeah, selling off the open would have paid today. Really, really aggressively selling off the open. Not really waiting for any kind of pullback. Breaking through overnight low. 15-minute opening range low break would have worked pretty nicely. Where's your 15-minute? Yeah, that would have been your 15-minute. Maybe you go stop loss on the other side. Maybe you go stop loss just up here. That could have been a little dicey, but just a continuation lower, man. Yay, free stuff. Yeah, and what happens when you hit drawdown on, hit the daily loss limit? Not daily drawdown, but daily loss limit is a soft breach. If you hit the daily loss limit and you didn't remove that because you're able to remove it by adding on, which I don't know that most guys will, locks your accounts and liquidates your positions for the day. Similar to many other prop firms out there, it's what you call a soft breach. You don't lose the account, but you're done trading for the day. They lock you up, liquidate the position if you have something open when it hits, and you are, which you usually do, and you're done for the day. Ryan got in and out. Very nice, man. Taking it short. Very nice. Yeah, I'm being patient on this one, guys. Again, like I talked about, I have to watch the market. If I don't have a setup, I don't just jump in, right? And I always find it funny when I read those comments. Oh, you watched the market and talked and it dropped, 100 points. Sure, man. I'll watch the market drop 1,000 points if I don't have a setup, or pump 1,000 points, whatever it is. And that's part of this game. So yeah, no real setup for me. This isn't terrible, but not at all what I needed to get in. Like I commented, at very best, like super aggressive, I get a pull back up here, and I'm in short as we break out to the downside, stop above this level. This was just not it for me. Obviously would have paid very, very nicely selling off to the downside, bias was right. Read of the market, moving lower was right. Gun to my head, talking about that. But if I don't have a good way to structure risk and decide to hold a trade confidently, I don't put risk on. I'm not just going to take a wild trade in the market. So yeah, coming down to the 215s, I think I'd be surprised if we didn't hit the 5200s, although that is a big round psychological number. We might have some buyers ahead of that. But here's what I'll be looking at to the downside. This is still aggressively selling off right through the overnight session and the open. This is looking pretty dicey, guys, man. Easter Monday to the downside here. 215, 214 and a half trading right now. Yeah, I'm going to be watching the 5200s. I don't know that I get a beautiful setup on this, man. That was the move lower, like I talked about. If and when this happens, not putting risk on for it. But let's watch what happens. Again, I'm interested down to the 5200s. I'd like to see what happens down around this level. I'd be surprised if we didn't come and hit this and maybe find some buyers around the 5200s. Big round psychological number. You don't really need fancy order flow tools to tell you that maybe we move to that level, and that's an interesting level to look out on. From a higher time frame perspective, since we are moving so damn much, this is looking weak, man. This is looking very weak. Next level I have marked on my chart is down below the 5200s, right? Down towards the 5175s. Coming off of all of this structure, all of this volume right here. We start to get down below this low right here from the 10th. That's going to be pretty dicey, man. That's going to be look out below. I think this would be a spot around where we're at right now, to about 50 points lower, 60 points lower, where we could potentially find some buyers and see a bounce back up to an area of high volume, maybe before continuing selling off. But right here, right now, weak. Just super weak, pushing the downside. We may get right through the 5200s and come and check this out today. That's what it's feeling like right now. So don't have a way in yet. I'm watching quickly. Again, we got these rapid price movements develop. A lot of opportunity to trade this market. With opportunity does come quite a bit of risk because it does move so damn fast. But knifing lower, coming to check out the 5200s. Continuing through levels of liquidity on Bookmap. Really just eating it up to the downside. Very bearish. Very bearish. Questions in the chat as we're watching this market absolutely sell off. Question: do you futures on BTC? I do not. Don't trade Bitcoin futures, but you can. Hey, bro. Code Discord. So hop in their Discord if you want the full details on it. But you enter the code Discord. You don't have to select the add-on, and they will give you that add-on. They will give you the add-on after the fact. Code Discord gives you 50%. Click the link at the top if you want to check this out with Top 1 Futures. Code Discord gives you 50% off, and through today, end of the day today, I think. The free add-on for anytime payouts. It's like $120 on the 150Ks, but they talk about that in Discord. They apply it to the account. So, but again, go straight to their Discord if you want to check it out. Top 1 Futures Discord. Hey Zach, I'm new here. I have first noticed you on Tasso TV. Yeah, what's up, man? Like your composure and the way you explain things. Awesome. Subscribe to your channel and we'll be following you to become consistent. I don't know to follow me to become consistent. That's your own personal journey, but I appreciate you being here, man. Do you teach your setups? Yes, I trade live here. I don't gatekeep anything here, guys, right? I don't have a trade on. I haven't taken anything. As we're just ripping to the downside, no setup for me personally. Didn't get the pullback that I was looking for off the open. And as I talked about, kind of repeating myself now, but if we just knife lower and I don't get a setup, for me, that's okay, right? Because if every day I'm trying to sell off the low and buy off the high, it's not my approach. But you will watch me trade live here. You can ask me questions. I talk about all of my trades as I'm entering them, why I'm doing what I'm doing, and you're free to ask questions. But yeah, man, you could also hop on my YouTube videos. I put a bunch of stuff out. I've really been cooking on more videos. I got stuff dropping, I think, every Wednesday and Sunday. That's what I'm going to go for. Pretty good rotation. All about my trading, tools that I use, everything that goes into it, man. But if you hang out long enough here, you'll get a real good idea of how I trade because you watch me trade live. So, yeah, man. Yeah, strong bearish pressure right off the open, knifing lower, continuing down through levels of liquidity on Bookmap. This is what I'm talking about when I talk about Bookmap. This is my favorite order flow tool. It looks complicated. It's really not. It's just a DOM. The DOM displayed by way of a heat map. We have continued to see buyers come down below price and sellers just gobble them up, taking price lower. Continuing to sell off through every little, not massive levels, but every little level that does come on the book. This is really, no, we got more stuff coming on down below. I was going to say that's the last line in the sand, but it's not. Buyers continuing to stack up down below, price continuing through that. Just clean sell off to the downside today. Very negative delta, which I don't usually talk about or pay too much attention to, but we are growing. Growing legs to the downside today, man. So yeah, interested to see what happens around that 5,200 level. Maybe a sweep below and some buyers step in. I really don't know that I have a setup on this. I can tell you right now, right? I don't like to say that because I'm going to watch the market here and be ready for it. But I'm watching price action and structure, and I can start to anticipate how long before I see a setup or something that sets up for me. Just starting to consolidate down here a little bit. No wick to the upside at all on that 15-minute candle. Might want to come and fill that. Boy, this is gnarly, man. This is going to be interesting for the rest of the week, guys. This is really going to be interesting. A lot of selling pressure. Gap down on a Monday. Coming back to some key levels on the chart, right? This level down here in my 15-minute chart. This could be really interesting. We could really start to see some selling pressure like we have right now continue through the week. If we get down below some of these lines in the sand, right? Just the basics of market structure and price action. We continue to break out to the downside. That can get violent pretty quickly. So this is gonna be fun to trade. Yeah, nothing for me here today, guys. Not able to catch this. Right at pre-market, cracking to the upside, immediately selling off. No real pullback after just finding some buyers here. This kind of wicky, crazy price action, and then slow grind to the downside. No, not really slow. This is pretty much a knife. But then just continuing to the downside without any real pullback. I don't have a way in on this. But we're going to watch it, see what starts to develop. This market moves very quickly. Setups do come pretty damn quickly, so you got to have your cup of coffee and be hanging out watching it for your trading time. See what we get. We got a ton of you guys on. Appreciate you hopping on, man. Smash like, smash subscribe if you're new. Check out the YouTube. Check me out across socials. I run a free Discord community as well. More than happy to have you guys on here. And stick around. Got giveaways coming up all this week. I'm gonna try to do it every week, but excited to be doing this with you guys. Finding some buyers here. We really just drifted directly down to these 52.10s and stopped on a dime. We didn't crack directly back up. We've consolidated here for the last few minutes. Again, we got liquidity all the way down to 5,200, so I'd be kind of surprised if we didn't come and check that out, but we'll see what this zone on my chart looks like, right? Came all the way down through it very quickly, found some support down at the bottom here. I'm not looking long on a day like today. It's just way too counter. Way too counter. You watched me take some counter trend trades last week to counter to the immediate trend. And that's more of a choppy back and forth day forming where I have a level below price tested that we've sold off to, and I'm looking for a buy back up or vice versa, right? On a day where we break out to the downside, we're down below, the prior trading day's low, down through overnight low, aggressively lower, down through VWAP, like no indication of buyers being found yet. I don't just look for buys on consolidation. I look for continuation, but also a way to structure risk. And, I haven't found a way to do that yet. I have not found a way to do that today. And that's totally cool, right? I'm more than happy to just have a capital preservation day if my setup doesn't come. So, but this is momentum to the downside, man. Finding some buyers right here at the 5210s. Interested to see what we get. Really interested to see what we get down here. All right, while we're watching the market, got like 45 of you guys on here, 42, and 18 likes. Get the likes up to 25, and I will drop the form to do the giveaway. It'll be a small cash giveaway today, guys. Smash the like button, get the likes up to 25. We hit 25, I'll drop the form. Fill the form out, no purchase necessary, and you guys will have a chance to win $50. I'm going to test this one today because I'm not sure if I'm going to get it right. It's a Google form. I want to make sure the Google form actually works, that I can quickly pick someone here on the live. So this is a test run. You guys are the test dummies, but someone's going to get $50 cash from me. Go ahead and smash the like button. You will have to fill the form out. You actually have to be here on the live sessions, but we got the form about to drop. Let's see. Likes are climbing. It'll be a Google form, name, email, social security number. No, I'm just kidding. Name, email, name in Discord, name on YouTube. That's it. Because I can't keep track of who the hell you guys are. Everybody's got a ridiculous name. So your actual name and email, because if you win one of the accounts that I'm going to be doing later this week, I need to give it to top one to get you actually an account. But also name in Discord, name and email so I can hit you up, right? Oftentimes on like Twitter, I get guys that win stuff and like I don't know who the heck they are. So there we go. 26 likes. Let's get the form rolling. Here we go. Boom, $50 giveaway form. Again, guys, you are the test dummies. I'm hoping this works smoothly. Somebody's gonna get $50 for me, even if I can't from me, even if I can't figure it out right here with you on the live. Later on this week, straight to funded accounts coming. This one's a $50 cash giveaway. Let's run it. Boom. No purchase necessary. Somebody's going to win it right here, right now on the live. I'm going to give you guys 5 minutes. 5 minutes from right now. That's how we're going to do this. 5 minutes. Let me do it in the chat. This way I have a timestamp. All right. Let's call it, it's 10, 14, and 40 seconds at 10:20. So you guys got 5 minutes. Fill that form out. Only do it one time. Don't spam it. If you fill it out multiple times, I'm not going to pick you on purpose. Let me go ahead. Yeah, cool. We got responses coming in. Very nice. Very nice. Awesome. Yeah, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. Got the random number generator ready to roll. We'll be getting a $50 cash giveaway for you guys, man. And again, hop on. I'm going to be doing live giveaways every week coming up. You got to be on here like I just did right now. It's going to be random. I'll drop a form. You got to be on here with me for the live sessions. I want to give back to you guys that are tuning in, hanging out with me. And get some of you some cash, maybe to buy an account, to do whatever you want with, or an account. Obviously, the straight to funded accounts are going to be pretty damn sweet. I'm psyched to be getting those rolling. But stick with me on this one. This is the test. You guys are the test dummies, like I just said. Nice. We got people filling out. Got about a dozen people so far. Keep it rolling. You guys got 5 minutes to fill this form out. 10:20 a.m. Eastern. I'll do the random number generator with you guys, and we'll pick a winner. As we watch the market sell off, no trade, but maybe you get $50 cash today. Yeah, man, no real pullback, consolidation, continuing lower. Just did not give me an entry. This would have just been too aggressive for me. It's not a trade I take every day right here at 9:47 a.m. looking for a movement to the downside with a stop loss right below here, above here. This pullback up and continuation, I would have had to see it come back up here. Hit VWAP, for the session. Test this area of high volume before looking short on it. But here we go. Just continuing lower. Smashing the sell button looks like the play today. At any point, smashing the sell button looks like the movement. Wow. Here we go. Testing the 5200s. Let's see it. Coming through the 5200s. This is aggressive, guys. Really aggressive. We could be in for a pretty serious day to the downside, as we're seeing already, man. Market is just selling off super aggressively. Right off the open, selling off. Literally minute number one, we started to sell. Did not have a lot of 1 minute bars that had traded above prior bar high. 15-minute. We've sold off really right off the bottom of every 15-minute bar. This is pretty gnarly. Through the 5200s. Trading the 98s, 97s, and MES here. This is pretty gnarly, man. Yeah, I'll map out later into the session what I'm looking at, but this is some serious weakness to the downside. So again, guys, the form is out. Drop your name, email, the information in that form. No purchase necessary. I'm going to announce the winner here in just a couple minutes. You got about 3 minutes left to fill that form out. I'm giving everybody about 5 minutes. I'll randomly pick someone on here, and I'll hit you up after the live. Get you some cash, man. Free cash giveaways. Technically not free, right? You got to fill something out, but we'll have some fun on these live sessions, man. This is heavy to the downside, man. Heavy to the downside. I have to watch it. I don't have a setup. Again, nothing for me here today. It's a massive sell-off right off the open. If we just crack lower and don't pull back, I don't have a setup. That's not my trade. I don't have a play that just gets me into a market that's knifing down lower. I wait for some indication as the market opens up that gives me a direction and a way to structure risk. I had direction, very strong direction today. Not a clean way to structure risk. Just not a clean way to structure risk. And so for me, that's a no trade, Still continuing lower. We have more and more liquidity coming up on the book below price. Yeah, this is gnarly, man. Really gnarly. Well, we'll watch it together for now. Again, still looking for a setup. Don't have anything. None of this is my play. So we will watch. Form completed. Yeah, we're coming up on the end, guys. If you are on here, I got a link in the chat. The Google form, giveaway form, $50 chance to win $50. The rest of the week and some of this week coming up, we will have straight to funded accounts from Top 1 Futures getting given away. Excited to be doing a whole bunch of giveaways, man. I'm going to do almost all of them on the live sessions. I want to get back to you guys that are hopping on and have some fun with you here. So coming up on that time, 10:20. If you're still on here, man, get the form filled out. Give you guys just a little bit longer. Don't spam it. Don't fill it out 47 times. If I see you do that, I'll intentionally not. If it lands on you, I'll just intentionally not pick it. But, yeah, we got like 20 people so far. Yeah. Get the random number generator ready. We'll pick someone. We give you guys another minute. If you're on here, we got a giveaway rolling right now. You got to be on here on the live session. Google form is in the chat. Fill it out. Going to get ready to pick someone here in just about another minute. But I got to draw a hard line somewhere, right? That's how we do it. Yep, got a couple more people rolling in. Last minute. Let's go, guys. Fill it out. Nice. Nice, nice. All right. We have. I'm going to end it right now. Hang on. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Got 2 more that just came in under the gun. And all right, we're done. 19 responses. So let's get a random number generator rolling. 1 through 19. Minimum is 2 because I got a spreadsheet that starts at 2 and goes through 20. Let's get this rolling. 2 to 20. All right, guys, I have you all in order on a Google Sheet. I'm not going to show all of your names and emails because I think that's stupid to dox everybody. I have a random number generator over on the side. I'm going to click the button right here, right now with you, tell you who won, and then I can, if you say, Zach, I think you're full of shit, you're picking one of your friends, Wolf will tell you that I never pick him because I don't like him, but I do everything randomly. I don't pick everybody that's friends, right? So, I got 20 people on here. Again, if you're still trying to fill it out, the link's closed. Let's get ready. Here we go. Oh, wait. Wait. All right, somebody in the chat, tell me if an ad's playing right now. Because Kim said an ad popped up. Hold on, before I do it. Hold on. I didn't click anything yet. Can you guys hear me? Okay, we're back. Kim's back. All right, random number. Good. Random number selector. Here we go. We got a total of 19 people. I got my number 2 through 20 because the top is just the title. Here we go. Random number selector says 12. Number 12 on the list is Jermaine. I'm not going to say your last name. Jermaine. You win $50 from me. I'm going to hit you up. I got your email and Discord. After the live, I'll hit you on email and Discord. Jermaine wins the $50 giveaway for today. Thank you, everybody that filled this one out. Let me tell you, again, since you're on here with me, we got giveaways rolling all week. This is the test run, the $50 test run to help me out. What we got coming up starting this week, account giveaways, but not just account giveaways, not just the eval giveaways or a reset, guys. We got straight to funded accounts coming out. Super psyched to get some support from Top 1 Futures to be able to give back to you guys. Straight to funded accounts coming up here. Excited, really excited. But congrats, Jermaine. You win. Wolf, don't get mad. It's random. Again, I save all of this. I will take a screenshot of actually everything because I don't like to get, I don't know. Someone always goes, oh, you're picking somebody that you know or whatever it is. I got a screenshot of the random number generator. Actually, I'm going to do the whole screen. And the screenshot of my Google form that obviously I'm not going to dox everybody here. Boom. Here's the live giveaway where we stopped it. Awesome, guys. Awesome. Fun stuff, man. Congrats, Jermaine. Absolutely, man. Love to do some giveaways again, guys. Don't worry. This is going to be regular. We're getting it rolling. We're back in action, guys. A lot of giveaways coming up. Congrats. Yeah, I'll kick you an email and I'll hit you up in Discord once I hop off the live, man. Unfortunately, no trade on this. Back to some trading. You can copy. What's up, chat? Let's read through it. You can copy trade with Top 1. Is he here? Yes, Jay. Congrats. You can copy trade with Top 1. I am copy trading 3. Technically, I'm not doing anything right now because I don't have a trade on, but I'm copy trading 3 150K accounts. There's a built-in trade copier right here in Project X with Top 1 Futures where you can copy trade right here. Wolf says, Zach, I'm not talking to you if you don't pick me. Yeah, Wolf, you're here every day, man. You're gonna win, so you'll win. Don't worry. First one has no chance. No, not that. I had 19 people, 2 through 20, so nobody was missed, right? So number 1 wouldn't be picked, which is just the title, right? And then nobody wins. You're allowed to have 3 accounts with Top 1 Futures. Max 3 accounts with Top 1 Futures. That is an area where they're a little bit tighter, right? They don't give you 5 or 20. But when you look at the max loss limit, when you look at the path to a payout, what you have to do to get there, the 100% profit split for the first 20K, a lot of advantages. But, you have to make that decision on what's right for you for sure. So watching this market, again, guys, I'm no trade on this sell-off. This is part of it. I don't even really want to say it's a tough one to watch because I don't have FOMO on this at all. There's absolutely no setup off the open for me on this. Again, if I take something like that and get stopped on another day, my journal says, what were you doing, man? You were way too biased coming in. You didn't wait for an invalidation point, and you got stopped, and then the market moved lower. But today, we don't have that, right? We just knifed lower. If you go back to the beginning of this, first 5 minutes of the live, I talk about the potential for this to happen where we just sell off. We just start to knife lower, and I don't have a setup. I have to watch the market move, and that's part of trading, right? If the market doesn't give you a way to structure risk, whatever that means for you specifically, because it is different for everybody, and you're just jumping in whatever direction you think it's going to go, it becomes very frustrating. It becomes a very, very frustrating game to play. So all the way down to the 5200s, started to consolidate up at like the 12s, 5212-ish. Now consolidating right down here at the 5200s. Not surprised. Big round psychological number. This was the area on the chart, if I had a gun to my head, that I would have wanted to hold towards. But not ripping our faces off to the downside through this just yet. We still have some liquidity down below. If we... yeah, I think this thing might keep going, man. This just has not given me any way in. Yeah. I think this is still going to go. I think this is still going to go, man. As we've come lower, we've had more and more orders come on the book, right? These are buy orders down below price. Forgetting about the narrative or market mechanics or why this should or shouldn't happen, basic pattern recognition of watching this every day shows me that if we continue through these orders as we have all day today, and they continue to come up down below price, I think we're likely to keep doing that. I think the same thing's likely to keep happening where we're going to continue down through them until there's no more left, right? That's not all that I use, right? That's just I guess a third part of my trading. Past price action, market structure, volume. Price action, market structure really being like one thing. But we still have liquidity all the way down to the 180s, man. So this is some serious selling pressure. I don't have a setup on it. Taking a sell out of consolidation from any one of these so far would have paid right here, would have paid right here, right? If this is your play, as soon as we start to consolidate, take a sell off the low, stop above the area consolidation. Whoa. 1-to-1, something like that. You could take the same play right down here that's about to form. If we start to break lower, come through this level, look for maybe a 1-to-1, just a continuation lower with this trend. It's not my play, especially not today on this structure. Just not my play. Yeah, guys. So I'm stuck watching this one all the way through 1030. All the way through 1030 here. Yeah, and I really don't see one coming. So let's map this out. Let's map this out into the afternoon, man. So no sell, right, off the open. Not a missed trade, but obviously move to the downside. I would have had to been in it to capitalize on it. Now, what am I looking at? Potentially anywhere down here for a bounce. Somewhere down from this, large level of volume. Also, just a support resistance zone. Tested multiple times. Potentially a bounce back up. Do I really want to be long on the day? No, I don't. This is super aggressive, so I don't know that I find a trade today. I just don't have structure to the downside that allowed me to get in, and I really don't have a long indication. But here's a potential play. It's from somewhere down here, right? When I draw these arrows, I'm not saying I think it's going to bounce right here at 176 3/4. No, somewhere down around this area if we start to find structure, right? Maybe we continue a little bit lower. Maybe this is it right here. But if we start to pull some of this crap, I may look for a continuation back up into the profile, into the high end of this profile for the day, overnight low, back towards VWAP, back to an area of high volume, right? Somewhat of the average price in the session. So this would be play number one. We get like some serious buying pressure that pulls us back any reasonable amount, and then an aggressive sell back down through the lows, whatever that looks like, however, whenever this might happen, I may look for some continuation. That's the basics of what I look for. A pullback in a downtrend. Oh my God, guys, crazy, like what mind-blowing stuff. I trade stupidly simple, like very, very simple. I wait patiently for them to come. I didn't get it today, you know, no trade. So, but this is the setup that I'm looking for. Either structure to start to form down here and some pushing back up to the upside. Here, let's map it out like a little bit nicer than this. A little bit of this action. I'm long on something like this. Maybe we don't move back in time. I'd be long on something like this. Clean invalidation point. Am I biased to the long side today? Absolutely not. This would be counter trend, but we would be showing some support after a big extension to the downside, getting through levels of liquidity. What else would help me get into this? We clean out everything else that's on the chart right here, and it's no man's land down below, right? We got stuff like this down below price. I'm not getting long. You know, no way. So that would help, right, as well. Bookmap starts to clean out. Conversely, we still have a ton of levels down below. We pull back up, gives me some way to structure risk, a clean invalidation point, and then start to sell back off. I'd be looking short, right? I'd be looking short down through the lows, right? What would that look like? Again, I'm mapping out my trades into the afternoon because I don't have one right now with you guys. So you'll get, you know, exactly what I'm looking for. Look something like this, right? I'd be looking for a pullback up somewhere, some way. Stop loss would be above whatever that invalidation point is. Am I just going to enter arbitrarily up here? No. I'm going to be waiting for us to start to come back down and be entering with price back down to the downside with levels of liquidity down here that I'd be looking for as targets. So pull back up in a continuation lower or some support found for a buy to the upside, a retracement back up to the upside. That's what I'm looking at into the afternoon, guys. No trade today for me. Just did not have opportunity to jump into this to the downside. Again, that price action just way too aggressive without a pullback up towards VWAP. We really pulled VWAP to the downside, so it looks like the 15-minute was hit. You can see on the 1 minute that, you know, we did not come back up and challenge VWAP at the open right here. So on that note, guys, I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to hit up Jay, who won the $50 giveaway for today. Tune back in. Got giveaways coming out all this week and every week continuing. Not going to be every day. Don't kill me. Not going to be every day. Going to be random. Sometimes in the beginning, sometimes at the end, sometimes not at all. That's the fun of doing it this way. Going to be a simple form. No purchase necessary. You fill it out. You got a chance to win. Remember, guys, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. I'm just an idiot here on YouTube. Trading's risky. Most traders lose money. Almost everybody that trades loses money. Nothing I say or do is a suggestion or recommendation to do anything. Entertainment purposes only. Make your own trading decisions. Do your own research. Read CFTC Rule 4.41 on simulated trading, which is what this is, even in funded prop firm accounts, and the affiliate and partnership disclaimer that says I stand to make money from links in my content, which I'm going to plug right now again if you want to check out, because only 1 day left on this as well. If you want to check out Top 1 Futures, code Discord, all caps, is good for today only. Not only gives you 50% off, it also gives you anytime payouts, free anytime payouts. It's an additional like $119 or something on the 150K accounts. Really sweet. If you want to check that out, link is in the chat. Again, code Discord. Hop into their Discord as well as my Discord if you want to stay updated on all this fun stuff. Talk to you guys soon. Have a great day. Thanks for tuning on. Appreciate you guys. AD, Keith, Kim, Ralph, Wolf, John, Jay, Ryan, Coop, everybody that's on here. I appreciate you guys being here. We'll be back at it again all week, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Smash subscribe, smash like, do whatever you want, man. You don't have to do anything. Structure your trades, trade well. Talk to you guys soon.